I think I'm live. I'm live. I'm live. Hello, amazing people. Let me make sure my lighting is a little bit right. Is my lighting right? Hold on. Gotta make sure the lighting is right. Lighting is better. That's better. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna do like the little queen wave and everything. Okay, TikTok done got me over here hyping got me started. Um, I've done some posts this weekend, and I've done a post today that I got a lot of traction from, and I'm gonna get into those posts. Really, really. Hello Facebook. Hey YouTube. Hey TikTok. Um, so I had a lot of traffic. A lot of messages, comments, inboxes because of the material I had put out there. Um, there was a guy on TikTok, and he asked a question. Um, can I play it? How do I? Ooh. Okay, so hold on. Let me see if I can play it, y'all. Just hang tight. Let me see if I can play it really quick. Um, here, videos. I think I might be able to play it to bring it up to speed. Okay. All right. So let's do this. Let's bring it back. All right. So let me try to share my screen. Share screen. Share screen. Okay. Um, a window. Did I do that? Can I do that? Let me see. My car to pick up you. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm sorry. Ladies, quick question. If I pulled up in my car to pick up you and my mom, who gets that front seat? You or my mom? Your mom. Who gets to ride shotgun? Out of respect, your mom. My mom. Let me know. Okay. So, all right. So how do I stop sharing the screen? Walking down the street, limping to the bus stop. So she. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Okay. So his question was, if he picks up a woman and his mom, who sits in the front seat? So I responded, your mom, right? But I'm gonna go a little bit in depth, and then I'm gonna expound on it, right? So I said your mom, and a lot of people, came for me as far as like, no, um, his no, the wife before the mom, and just going biblical with it. It was just so much. And then people turned it in like, I'm his wife. I come before his mom. He never said wife. He said if I was coming to pick you up, who sits in the front? My mom or you? Never specified a wife. People took it into, and added wife to it. But I at this point, I really I'm not going to be, really like detailed about that. Let's say that it's just a woman. Let's just say it is a man's wife. And and this is a prime example. And I named this respect because I'm going to talk about two different forms of respect tonight when it comes to us, right? So I feel like I've responded mom. If I'm with someone, it doesn't matter if we are in a relationship, right? And this is me, and y'all can say how y'all feel in the comments. If I'm in a relationship with a man and he comes and he comes and picks me and his mom up, right? I'm going to let his mom. I'm going to get in the back seat. I'm gonna let his mom get up front, unless his mom says No, honey, you get up front or you sit up front, things like that, right? So say that me and him are in the car together and we go to pick his mom up. I am going to offer his mom the front seat. That's what I'm going to do, right? I don't have, it doesn't matter if I'm his girlfriend, it doesn't matter if I'm his wife. Me personally, I am going to offer his mom the front seat. Period, point blank. I'm going to offer his aunt the front seat, his grandmom the front seat. Any elder is going to get the front seat. Just like I'm going to do that if I'm picking up, if me, my mom, and my grandmom are going somewhere, my grandmom is going to get in the front seat. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not about, see, people took it to a whole nother level. My wife come before my mom. Okay. Um, we weren't talking about who comes before who. I'm gonna talk about that who comes before who in a minute though. Sorry, I can't even talk tonight. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. But talking about that, it's about respect. It's about respecting our elders. A lot of us were raised that way. I've seen a lot of people say this new generation, you can't really tell them that. I mean, I've seen some people not do that. I was raised like that though. Those were the values and morals that were instilled in me. You respect your elders. And that's all I really, have to say on that. That particular part. I do want to go on to another part of there are a lot of women that were like, I'm his wife, I come before his mom. Why do you even have to say that? See, that's the kind of mindset that I have a problem with a little bit. And I want to hold on. I'm gonna put the link in here if anybody want to join me tonight, because I got time. I got absolute time. I got time tonight. So the link is in the comments if you want to join me. So my thing is that bothers me a little bit when women have to voice I come before his mom. It makes me feel like a competition thing, like you're in competition with his mom. You know, um, I know there are situations where people have to make certain, decisions, and I hope people make those decisions, the best way they know how. But I'm never going to tell a man I'm in a relationship with that I come before his mom, because I don't feel like that. I don't feel like I come before his mom. You know, I feel like the man I'm in a relationship with, you know, um, I feel like whatever that he needs to do for his mom, and he's able to do it, he should absolutely do it. That's how I feel. Um, there's there's a lot of different situations I've seen with people that's like really really crazy to me. When people are married and one of the spouses have to um one of their parents need taken care of. I have seen women be so nasty about their in-law coming to live with them, and them taking care of them. I will never ever understand that. I'm this is how I am. I'm just the type of person, I don't believe in family being in homes. If I can help it, I don't believe in that. I really don't. Um I never really seen that growing up, even with kids. Even like, someone couldn't take care of their kids at the moment. I with like my great aunts and them, like they took the kids in. Grandmoms took the kids in, raised the kids like their own. Our elders, wasn't sitting up leaving kids in the system, and things like that. Like it was different. Like it sometimes I feel like, I was born back then in a way, because so many of their ways I adopt that. I believe in that too. I believe in family takes care of family. That's what I believe in. If it doesn't matter if it's my spouse's mom or dad or my mom or dad, it just doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I feel like that you should extend that, no matter what side it is anymore. Rashawn's right, families have the same anymore. Right. But I just I don't know. I'm the type of woman, I don't want to sit up and feel like and have a mindset of, oh, I come before his mom. That's his mom. And people's like, oh, it says that in the Bible. Y'all take the Bible and y'all apply it to what y'all want to apply it to. That's what bothers me though. Like apply the whole Bible to your life and let's see how your life look. But y'all want to take certain things and apply it to your life when when seem necessary for you. And I just don't, I'm not feeling that. I understand what the scripture says. What I'm saying is me, in my mindset, I'm not sitting up feeling like I come before my spouse's mom. I just don't. And then y'all the same women that sit up here and be like pay attention to how a man treats his mom because that's how he gonna treat you. I'm confused. Like what are we talking about here? You're saying one thing, but then it's like you're doing a whole nother thing. And I believe in that though. I believe in, I know men that weren't even raised by their mom but have the utmost respect for their mom. You see what I'm saying? May feel how they feel, but they've never disrespected her or anything like that. I think that's true though. I think that's true. I would, I love to, see, men, treating their mothers amazing, treating their sisters amazing. I want men to be very careful though. Please be careful what type of woman that you're dealing with, because I've seen some women that will sit up and try to come between the family unit, come between a man and his mom, a man and his sister. You see what I'm saying? Things like that. And that's us as women, that's not what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to do that. If you're truly with that man for him, you become a part of his family unit. Y'all are all family as one. His sister is your sister in some situations, in good situations. His mom is your mom. You treat them accordingly, just like you would treat yours. And I would think that that's how families work. Like my grandmother was very, very close to my grandfather's mom. Like growing up, I thought that was her mom until they're like, no, that's your nana, that's your grandpa's mom. But I'm telling you, like they were so close, it wasn't even funny. And it was just like I like that the way my grandma respected her. You see what I'm saying? She did stuff, for her, like that was her mom. You know what I mean? Like it was just a beautiful relationship. And seeing I'm glad I seen that growing up, because that just shows me the type of relationship that I want with my mother-in-law. You see what I'm saying? Um so I had a good role model. I had a really good role model, in my grandma, but I just seen a lot of things, even with my older aunts taking care of family. I've seen a lot of things and I'm glad that I was around to see those things. And that just helps me how to be. But I want men to be careful. A woman shouldn't be doing things like that. Now, if you have a situation where your family like mistreats you or tries to use you and things like that, I can understand her being protective about you, but trying to come in between the relationship with you and your mom and you and your sister or you and your family, that's not cool. Men shouldn't do that either. Women, men shouldn't do that either. They shouldn't be trying to come in between the relationship you have with your parents or your siblings. Unless it's an unhealthy one, I can understand somebody. Okay, I can understand, someone that's protective about, the person they're in a relationship with and their feelings. You see what I'm saying? I can understand that. But if that's not the issue, a woman or a man should not be coming in between the relationships that you have with your family. Okay? Okay. Um, what else was I gonna say to that? And I know everybody, and one thing about me, I respect everybody's, comments. I respect everybody's view and everybody's standpoint, and we can agree to disagree. Okay, okay. Let me let my homie up in here. Hey,
What's up?
what's going on?
Nothing much. I'm over here just getting off of work, so I caught your live, so I thought I might come in, tap
Okay,
in with you. I love the crowd situation.
thank you, thank you.
Look at you being all fancy and stuff.
Yeah, I'm about to be 40.
That, I thought you was 18. My bad. My bad.
Oh, okay,
My bad. Make me have to go put my brand on or something.
Um,
So
Before you say something, I just want to thank you for your support. Thank you for supporting me.
Oh, absolutely. Shoot. Every time you go live, I'm liking, sharing, passing around, telling people about you, because you're a force to be reckoned with.
Thank you.
You
Thank
like the black Kevin Samuels, the female
Oh,
version.
okay.
I'm sorry, I should have got onto my system so I could have been more presentable, though, but I was just like, I didn't want to miss your live, and I try to tune in every chance I get and
Thank
stuff,
you.
though. But see, you be knocking them dead, though. I don't care what anybody. There's so many people mad at you, it's pitiful.
It's okay. You know what? They're not really mad at me. They're mad at themselves.
Is that what they is? They mad at themselves?
They're mad because they don't want to grow. I had a woman today. I put a video out there, and I'm like, hey, I'm like, a black man wants to be with a woman. He's not gay. He doesn't want to be with a man. He doesn't want to be with somebody with masculine energy. She's like, oh, girl, go sit down and shut up. I said, listen, I'll go sit down, but I'm okay though. You're gonna be 50 with cats, okay?
Right, right.
Because ain't no
So
man dealing with that.
the thing about it is nowadays when you break the mold or you go against what everybody else is doing, you're considered an outcast. It's considered negative. You
Yeah,
just talking. But you're speaking the truth, though. You're talking about old school ways, old school values that our forefathers, our ancestors grew up on, that
right.
these cats have lost.
Yeah,
They have lost their way.
right,
And for somebody to speak the truth, of course they're going to go against it because you're making them accountable for their actions.
right, right.
That's literally what it is.
And there's power. I keep telling people there's power in accountability. There's power in growth. Like, you don't want to grow. You know what I mean? You don't want to be powerful. Like, come on. Let's
No, they
get it
don't. They don't.
together.
They want excuses because it's comfortable. It takes them out of their comfort zone.
Yeah,
Everybody wants to do the same thing. This I don't want to be with the norm if the norm is not no progression, there's no growth. I got to stand out. I've always stood out.
right.
That's why I do my show the way it is. Shout out to my show, the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast. When we talk about it, when we did have Miss Charlotte Kimia on there,
Mm-hmm.
and one of my biggest shows today, 317,000 views in less than 30 days. Just saying.
Who had them interviews?
You did when you came on my show.
Oh, wow.
Over 317,000 views.
Amazing. Congratulations.
No, that wasn't me. That was you.
No, I'm just saying it's your show though.
Yeah, I mean, it's all you. You came over there, you told the truth, and like, what's crazy is because I've been seeing so many people are commenting, whether it's TikTok, Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, like they are mad at you, and I be egging it out. Now, go tell it to her face. Don't make the comment. Send her an email. I be talking shit.
They can be mad. I mean, that's really on them. Like, I make sure that I'm not coming on her saying anything that is out of, not, I'm not gonna say out of the norm, but I'm not saying anything that men haven't really been expressing. What other women, there's black women that reach out to me and tell me, how ignorant and nasty some black women can be. So it's everybody talking about it now.
Everybody. And I think that you were at the forefront of talking about it. That and you were consistent in talking about it is
Mm,
what's making the impact. That's what makes Kevin Samuel so great because he's consistently talking about the same thing. Now
right.
I do think some of it is a little staged, his delivery is a little off, but in the grand scheme of things, he tells the truth.
I do. I actually, a lot of people don't understand, why I like him, because they be like, "Oh, you fat," and he don't like fat women. I'm like, I'm not looking for Kevin Samuels to date me or like me or be attracted to me. But what he's talking about is real. But see how you say one thing that somebody don't agree with and you canceled and why you like him, and I don't care if he don't like fat women. So what? That's not
Now
my.
listen,
I'm not
I
trying
don't
to.
care what you say about liking big women or not. When you did the video, and you know which video I'm talking about,
Which
that
one?
made all men turn heads.
I had the superhero outfit on,
Yes,
and you know there was a lot of women like, oh, you on her, you talk about black men, you on her showing your body. To be honest, I've always been, plus size confident, you know, for a while, and trying to encourage other women that listen, skinny is not beautiful. I don't know who told y'all that.
society told him that.
Yeah, right. They told him, oh, you gotta go get your body done, or you gotta have a flat stomach, or this, that, and the third. Is there times that I try to lose weight? Absolutely, for health purposes. But I like being thick, and I'm gonna wear the 2-piece superhero outfit. I'm gonna wear the 2-piece swimsuit. I'm gonna wear that, and I don't care who don't like to look at it. Don't look at me, because I'm gonna wear it.
I know multiple people, including myself. We have rewind that video. We keep it in our save section of our phone and on our internet, stuff like that, just in case we need to be reminded of some things. We just go back. It's called a playback situation. That's just all I'm saying. It's confidence. Confidence is everything.
It is.
Saying, and to be that bold and to be that confident, that lets you know up front that you're on the right path, because what I love about everything that you do on social media is because you are consistent, you're honest, and the fact that you'll take it by storm, and you back up everything what you say.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Right.
you did the video about the white girls talking about I love black men. I was just so mad at that video when I first saw it. I couldn't even do a reaction because I know me. I'd have made it the topic of my whole show.
Yeah. You should
But
still.
I had some. I'm still might do a reaction video to
You
that.
need to. You need to. That made me mad. I'm not gonna. I'm not even gonna sit up here and I can't be fake. That makes me mad. That makes me mad. Like, you can't have our black men. Stay over there.
Well, for me, okay, this is how I view interrelational relationships. I'm a, I agree. Two people can love each other no matter what race or color that you want to be.
Mhm.
Let me say that first. I have no issue with it. But most people that date outside their race is because they do not want to be accountable for the normality that goes inside their relationship. That's number one. And then number two, they think that dating outside their race is going to give them a leg up somehow. When you see a black man dating a white woman, 9 times out of 10, that's going to give him his opportunity for betterment, to get out the hood, to experience new things, and vice versa. When you see a black woman dating a white man, they're dating them, and that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. If they love each other, that's great. But 9 times out of 10, it's because of some type of advantage that they think that they're going to get. But if you get pulled over by the police, you ain't gonna be treated no differently. You're still gonna be treated like a nigga.
Right. And I know everybody knows my stance. Like, I was created for a black man. I wasn't created to be with no white man. I don't feel like it's a flex. It's a lot of black women that feel like it's a flex to be dating a white man. But let's be honest, the only reason y'all date them because they got money. We're gonna be real.
You are not about to date no. You are not about to date no broke white man.
Let's be
You're
real.
not.
Because we're not on social media, they're showing money and trips and bags. And is that all you? Okay, go ahead. I mean, I don't have time for the prostitute mindset. I just know that I was created for a black man. I love black men. I have me an amazing black man. You see what I'm saying? And that's all I know. I don't know nothing else. And I had to tell a black girl the one day. At the end of the day, if God forbid a race war break out, you think he gonna protect you over his family? Do you think
He's
he
not.
going? Do you think he going? Oh, okay.
When if you get pulled over, you think he gonna stop them from IDing you and trying to put you in the category? No. You think he gonna bond you out of jail? No. Like, there's a YouTube couple, and I'm glad I wanted to talk to you about it too. I'm glad we here. Keen and Weeks. It's this young black dude and this young white girl, and you could tell this is her first relationship,
Mm-hmm.
first time she's ever been with a black man.
Mm-hmm.
And this dummy, he just falls for it. She is forever trying to hit him, control him, and I know a lot of it is for YouTube, but you can seriously tell that, she does not even know how to handle a black man.
Right.
You just can't come to us any kind of way. But the way he just stuck on this, and she like, there's no way every 5 minutes you should be swinging on me. For whatever reason. No, and you get away with it because you white now. I don't even let my brother do that.
See, but that's the problem. And to be honest with you, some of those white girls, they play with the police a lot.
Yes.
They play with the police a whole lot. Let you not do what they say, or something like that. Oh, they calling the police on you. Let you leave them. I've seen black men date white women and leave them, and they called the police and got a PFA on them.
That's too much for me. And don't have no kid by them. Oh, it's over and done with.
All of them aren't, that way, but I've seen a high majority of some. And then, I have friends like that just think that, racism is disgusting. I do have those friends that are like, that come to me like, what can I do to be able to pour into, the black community, because I see how, y'all are treated, so,
right.
But you do have ones that I'm telling you, I call them devils.
I call them culture vultures, because you always got those one or two that try to justify and rationalize wanting to be like us. That's why I was so opposed to Eminem performing in the Super Bowl.
You were against it?
Yes.
Why?
They said the legends of hip hop. I can name 5 or 6 other rappers that are legends in hip hop. He's a token white boy. Now, I'm not saying he can't rap. He got some bars. He did his thing, but you're a token. You was a Dr. Dre project. That was it. That's all you've accomplished.
But you don't think I don't know. Like, I have to disagree a little bit with you, because I feel like he be like having our back. You know what I mean? I feel like he don't really be sitting up there and condoning the racism, unless you've seen something I didn't see.
Well, okay, it's not his advocacy that I'm questioning, because he is an advocate for us.
Right.
But at the end of the day, he's not our legend. Hip hop is, and I'm just going to be honest with you, was created for us by us. We have allowed other people to come in, and it has expanded in other cultures. And if anybody knows the true meaning of hip hop, where it was birthed up. Now, I have no problem against him. He's a lyricist, but he's not a legend. Kendrick Lamar ain't no legend. He had a dope anthem song. Okay, do I need to go? Okay, you and I are the same age. You got Wu-Tang Clan. You got KRS-One.
Right.
You got Raekwon. The list goes on. Houdini.
But I think that's like more of our era. But what I'm gonna say is, I do think that Kendrick Lamar and Eminem are definitely qualify for legendary.
I don't think so. I don't. They're great rappers. They have a great platform, but they're not legends. You know why Snoop Dogg is a legend?
Why?
Because he has crossed several different genres and have made an impact.
So you don't think that they have made an impact?
Not now. I can't. No.
I mean, I respect. I don't agree, but I respect you.
I don't get me wrong. I have nothing against them as rappers. I listen to their music, but when I think about legends, legends is somebody who, no matter what song you put on, you can bounce your head. It takes you there. I can't do that with every Kendrick Lamar song. I can't do that with every Eminem song. I can do that with every Dr. Dre song. I can just put it on no matter which chronic it is, the first one or the second one, and I'm going to bounce my head. Same thing with a Snoop Dogg. Same thing with a Mary J. I'm not even a 50 Cent fan, and 50 Cent is more of a legend than them two. That's just me. I could be wrong. Don't give me, like I said, I admit if I'm wrong. I know people are gonna disagree with me, but you could have had Raekwon up there. You could have had Wu-Tang Clan up there. Wu-Tang would have said it. You could have had Chris Brown up there, and he'd have been more of a legend than them.
Chris Brown, and I'm
gonna go with, you could have had what's his name? Could have had T-Pain up there. I'm just saying, there's more people that's more capable of doing this. T-Pain is a legend.
I'm not saying he's not, but more than.
Okay. Let's like Kendrick Lamar. How many number one hits has Kendrick Lamar had?
I don't know how number one. I don't know.
Very few. Eminem has only had maybe 3 or 4 number one hits. Now he's been talked about, had controversy, but right. Dr. Dre got a lot of number one hits. So does Snoop Dogg. So does Mary J. So does 50 Cent. These are people that are legends.
Number one, I don't think you can really measure it by number one hits. I've seen songs that are horrible hit number one and didn't even know why they were number one because where are you?
Which is true. That's that new music today. I can't fool with that new stuff today. It don't make no sense. Yeah, because I think the baby is garbage.
Yeah. But no, I respect it. I just think I feel like some people are an exception to the rule, right? So you remember back a couple years ago, right? The white lady that posed as black, and
that was for charging the NAACP.
Yes.
Yeah, that crazy heifer. Yeah.
No, I don't think she's crazy.
I do.
I actually like after I looked at her stuff, I actually liked her. No, but let's have a real conversation, right? How many white people do you know that will go to that length to support black people though? Let's be real, because us black people all day will go and support other cultures that will not come and support us, will not shop with us, will not spend with us. But us as black people, we always feel sorry for another culture when they're going through something, but nobody feels like that about us. But this woman actually acted black to support us.
I agree with you. Psychologically, that scared me. There's some psychological stuff going on that one. I get it. Yes, she did go through a lot to try, but the question is why? For me, I'm thinking, why did you go through those lengths? For what? You're not explaining. I need to know why.
Maybe she just seen the way we were treated. Seen the way we were oppressed and wanted to do something. I don't see anything wrong with that type of passion. Now I'm gonna go a little bit further. Nobody sitting up here saying nothing about a man that want to be a woman or a woman that want to be a man.
Oh, but you already know
because y'all mad, and now y'all mad because she want to be black. We'll take her and y'all take Raven Simone. Give us her. Because she's for us. She wanna wear the braids and everything, honey. She wanna help black people. Bring her on over here. I just want to understand why people was mad at her. I really like her.
I think it was the fact that if she would have presented herself as herself, other than trying to be something that you're not, I think it would have been better received.
People do that all the time, though.
But why do you need to? I'm questioning that in my mind. It doesn't make no sense to me. Why do you need to dress like you're black to help out? I can go give. That's like me going to go give a homeless man money, right? If I see him on the highway, I go home and pretend to be homeless just to give you money or to help you. I don't need to be that. For me, there's the authenticity is questionable, and she put herself in that position. You didn't have to go that far. Because there's plenty of white people that done helped us out that's been white.
Okay, so what about the women that were, the black women that were really, really light skinned that pretended to be white?
I agree with you. It's questionable. I question the authenticity. I personally do. You should be yourself no matter what.
But you can't sit up and tell somebody, oh, okay, you can go ahead. You could be a transgender. You could be. We're giving you the rights. We're giving you the rights to go to the women's bathroom. We're going to give you a birth certificate. We're going to do. But then this woman come and try to act black, and they was mad because she was acting black. They was mad. She was now. They never got mad when lighter black women were acting white. But you get mad because a woman was acting black.
I agree. Like again, I agree with you. It's just for me. I'm just questioning the authenticity of why you have to pretend to be. I don't. I would prefer you to come as you are and help me that way. Because if I'm asking for help, or if you see that the help is needed, be yourself. Because you're going to run into this. You know, why are you trying to act black when you're not? You see what I'm saying? I don't need you to act black. I need you to be yourself. And then if you want to help me, great. Let me decide if I need your help or not. Don't. It's kind of almost like she was forcing herself into our world.
She might have been. She might have wanted to be black for real. Maybe she didn't want to be white. Maybe she, seeing how racist white people are, and how they oppress us so bad. So she felt like, I'm not mad at her for wanting to be black. Like, I'm not mad at her. Like, come on, come be black, change your birth certificate and everything. Come on. We need some help over here. Come on. There's so many people that sit in those high places. You see what I'm saying? They're sitting up here and doing our people wrong. So
Right.
if you want to be a white woman, you want to wear them braids and you want to act black and you want to be the head of that organization, go ahead, sis, do you. What kind of help you need?
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, because I need to continue this conversation with you, I need you to email me the link to this right here. I'm going to switch up my whole setup so I can be bright and come back in.
Okay.
Just send me the link to my email and I'm going to pop right back. I got to get my studio set up.
Okay.
I'm going to tap out.
All right. Hello. Yeah, I had some people that were sitting in the queue and was waiting. So come on back. Come on back. But yeah, I mean, we went over there, but I do like that lady though. I do like her. Like, I friended her on Facebook and I started reading about her because it was just interesting. I never seen a white woman that really, wanted to be black before. But I did feel like some type of compassion for her because who ever tried to do that? Like, let's be real. And then got in a position where she was able to help black people. Like, come on. Like, come on. Give her an award or something. Give her an award. And I seen somebody say blackface. No, she did not do blackface. No, she did not. She was really doing stuff for our community. Now let's think about all the people that are in positions and oppressing us. You see what I'm saying? And think about this woman got into a position and was actually helping black people. You can't be mad at a person that has a heart like that. She didn't go out here and do nothing else. She was helping black people. She broke no law. The only thing she did was pose as black. That was all that she did. But she did a whole bunch of other like great work. No award? Okay. 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 Mad Capper said we can't even recognize an ally. Right. Right. Absolutely. We can't. And that's a shame. It was so many black people sitting up like, why would she do that? What are y'all talking about? There are really people in positions that hate us. It's KKK members in positions that hate us. Y'all sitting up here mad at a woman that was helping us? I don't care if she said she was purple. I don't care if she said she was blue, baby. She was helping us. She was for us. People let the blessing, like, people allow media to just run rapid. Just run rapid and just tell you anything. I had a conversation with someone, right? That's running for a political office. And we were just having this conversation about, people can just make up a lie about you, put it in the media and people will believe it. Your own people will believe it. That's why we have to start reading and researching and learning stuff for ourselves because the media will tell us anything. anything about somebody. We gotta stop doing things like that and just believe in it, because it's not right and it's not cool. Marcia, low key, there are black folks that hate other black folks. That's true. That's true too. There's black folks that wanna be white. They wish they was white. Mhm. Don't nobody say nothing to them though. Don't nobody out them like they outed, that lady. I feel like that like kind of ruined her life a little bit. When I read about her and then I seen her, like her kids had turned against her, people had turned against her. Like, why did you want to be black? Like, something was wrong with being black. Ain't nothing wrong with being black. Y'all was that asking her that, like, oh my god, why did you want to be black? I'd have slapped them kids. I'd have slapped them kids. I'd have gave them a whooping. Don't ask me why I want to be black. Don't ask me that. Anyway, um, I love you too, Sandra. Okay, so I wanna. Was there anybody else that want to come in real quick? I seen two people in here, and I didn't mean to make you wait, but I would like to bring people in the box one at a time if I can. To just be able to there go the link. Um, that's just like, okay, so a prime example of how the media will put out what they want to set up. So a lot of us seen that a lot of media outlets and blogs put out that delicious from what's that man with the clock, what's his name, Flavor Flav. Delicious, that one Flavor Flav, she had put out there on social media, and this is what I'll be seeing about celebrities misusing their platform. She put out there on social media that her husband was a narcissist. And I immediately posted and I was like, I don't believe her. Come on in, Sean. I said, I don't believe her. And then people was like, what you mean you don't believe her? Men are narcissists, and you sitting up here taking up for her. I was with a narcissist. Okay, you're talking about your situation. And I think that's a big problem with us. It's like a trauma we went through, and then we will trauma bond with other people. You see what I'm saying? And automatically just convict other people. We're talking about Delicious that won the Flavor Flav show, and how she used her platform to post about her husband being a narcissist. And I think people trauma bond a lot. And so people seeing that about Delicious, she's a celebrity, you know what I mean? And now Dominic, hold on, y'all. Who you think about to let you in here with all that stuff behind you? You sit tight right there. I'll let you in a minute. But I think people trauma bond with her, and she misused her platform and put out there that her husband was a narcissist. And I didn't think that was cool. I didn't think it was cool at all. And then it came out that he filed for divorce. So you try to jump on social media real quick and say he was a narcissist because you was doing some sneaky stuff, and he found out and he went ahead and he left you and he filed for divorce. But when the initial post went out, her saying he's a liar, cheating, a narcissist, people automatically jumped on her side and started, coming for him, talking about him and things like that. We got to be slow to that kind of thing, because you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Just because these people are celebrities, that does not mean that you sit up and you just allow them to sit up here and lead you in a direction or down the wrong path. I don't believe in that anyway. Halle Berry used her platform in that wrong way too when she had kids to that white man. Girl, ain't nobody told you had kids to that white man, and now he want child support because he got the kids. Ain't nobody told you to have kids to him. You went on it over there and had kids to him, then go come to social media and talk all men ain't nothing. No, baby, that man you was dealing with ain't nothing. Hey, sir.
Hello, man. I was gonna let you keep going.
I'm just saying they do this. Um, I'm
Okay, I'm back now.
hold on, Mr. Dom. You gotta turn your thing down a little bit.
Oh, I apologize. My bad.
No, you good. I'm just saying you turn it down a little bit. But kid, give me 1 second because I know he ain't disrespect my platform and coming here with that truth back.
Oh, hey, Queen. If you give me like 2 minutes, I'll put up my giant one.
Yo, I'm a Giants fan though. Like I'm a Giants fan, but I live in Kansas City.
You got to explain to her. She likes the star too much.
Love the star.
Listen.
Dallas Mason.
But you know what? I seen you. You can tell people about themselves. So I think you haven't had too many problems with the Philly fans.
They come. I mean, I get them.
I mean, all I can say is in the last 4 years, 4 AFC, they went to the AFC Championship 4 times, won one, went to the Super Bowl twice, won a Super Bowl in the last 4 years. That's all I can say. We have the highest paid quarterback in the league, has the best stats. This is all I'm saying. We have the fastest wide receiver in the league, calls himself the cheetah. That's just all. That's all I'm gonna say about Kansas City. I mean, I'm a Giants fan, but I had to rock with the Chiefs because I live in Kansas City.
Welcome, B. B, can you hear us?
You can hear me?
B.
What's going on, Charlotte King?
Hey, how you doing? Did you come in here because you were Dallas fan too?
You know what I'm saying? I can't hardly hear y'all.
You can't hear us now? Oh, what happened?
I did that for you.
B, can you hear? B, you're
Hey,
you
Queen,
gotta come back.
I did that for you.
B, you gotta come back because you're like frozen a little bit.
Hey, Queen, I did that for you. That's
I don't know why.
That's a beautiful thing, right there.
I could change the background to the Giants. That's what I'm gonna do.
I didn't want to disrespect your platform.
Right, we can't disrespect her platform.
I didn't want to disrespect the platform.
In the comments, let's go, because they over here really trying to play.
Listen, I could have put up the picture of the meme where the guy was urinating on the Dallas Star. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to mess your platform up. I'm being respectful. It's okay. It's going to be a fun season. We'll have a better record than you this year, so it's all good.
I guess.
Listen, the strongest part of your team are your cheerleaders. We'll just give it up.
Okay, so let's finish this show and then we'll schedule a show because I want all the smoke when it comes to Dallas. I want all the smoke.
Hey, we still haven't scheduled our show to come back on. You know that.
I know. What do we have to come back? I just be so crazy all over the place. What we talk about?
We can talk about anything. Just let me know when you want to come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess I gotta do Dominic show again too. I'm not doing it with that cheap stuff in the background. So I'm just letting them name.
Wear all that too. You can wear your whole Cowboys get up.
I'm gonna change my background just for you.
Please do. But I was talking about when y'all came. I was talking about the whole Delicious situation with her husband. Does anybody know his name?
A happy man right now.
No, but hold on though. He does seem happy. He does seem really, really happy. He really does. He really, really does. But I was telling them how he filed for divorce and she kind of tried to beat him to the punch or whatever, or go to social media. Because she wants her money,
so she's trying to make it look bad for the courts coming up. But if he has the receipts, he'll be fine.
Yeah. But my thing is like, I just don't like that. I don't like to see that. Just because you're a celebrity, that was your marriage. Keep that inside. Why you have to bring that to social media?
Because people need the attention.
Right, but I think it kind of backfired because people remember her past relationships and how she did the same thing. So But go ahead, kid. Did you want to chime in?
I was about to ask you who this chick was.
Oh, Delicious. The one that won the Flavor Flav show back in Flavor Flav back in the day. Delicious.
She's that old?
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Shout out to Rachel Dolezal. Bring her back. I'll trade her for Kamami. I would love to trade her for Kamala Harris. I would love that.
Kamala Harris?
I would love to trade Rachel Dolezal and let them have Kamala Harris. I would love it.
I'm sitting up. Then you like her too?
I hate Kamala.
No, I'm talking about the other lady.
Oh, Rachel. Rachel didn't bother me. I thought she was funny.
I really liked it. Yeah, I really liked
She
it.
didn't
Rachel.
bother me. I was like, oh, there's a chick trying to be black. Okay, move on.
Yeah,
And she
like,
had her nice little curls, and she put a little spice on her words. I was like, okay, great, moving right along. I got other things to worry about, but I think they were mad at her because she was she was authentic to a certain point, and
Right.
they couldn't handle it. So whatever.
that was. I feel like that was it. I feel like that was really it because, like I said, when it's the other way around, there's no problem. It wasn't in the headlines. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It wasn't in the headlines. So like, I just don't. It ruined her life though. Like I watched her documentary, and I could tell how much she was hurting.
Oh no, she's gonna make a comeback though. She's trying to make a comeback.
Yeah, I hope she does.
Yeah,
I really hope she does.
But yeah, Kamala gotta go.
Oh,
Yeah, she gotta go. She's done too much. She's done too much negative for us to, still associate with her. But this is not a politics show.
yeah.
How was the weather in Philly since you're still up north?
It was just like a little rainy, windy
Rainy.
out there. But I'm on my way down there on Thursday.
Yay! Very cool.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be in the 70s all week, so you'll have nice weather.
Absolutely. Are y'all coming to my birthday meetup?
When is it again?
It's on Saturday.
How much?
I'll send you the information.
Yes, please send it. I'll see if. I think where you said it was, it's like right near my job, so maybe I'll pop in for 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'll give you a fist bump and get out.
I'll send over the information.
And I promise no giant paraphernalia will be on my person.
Please no, because I really don't have time for that. What I wanted to go into, I was talking about the whole mom wife thing earlier. I wanted to go to another part of respect, and I think it's really good that y'all are on here. I posted a post earlier, and y'all might have seen this post. You've seen it because I seen you post it. A young woman had bought the Twitter today, and this is what she said. She said, "My car is in distress. 4 black men walk right past it. Do you know an old white man is the only one that stopped to see if I needed help? Y'all have to do a better job of helping and protecting black women." So that's the second thing I want to talk about tonight.
Ooh. Yeah, my video's tomorrow, so yeah. That one was fun to do.
Yeah.
That's the same retrospect as the video that you did about the black guy at the Walmart asking people to buy the water for him, and they criticized him, and lo and behold, the lady offered to buy the water, and he paid for her whole groceries.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That happens in our community so much to where it's not even funny.
Mhm.
There was a story here in Kansas City where there was a black lady that went to an Asian hair store, and they accused her of stealing a pack of hair. She was just in there the week prior and spent like $200-300 on some hair, and they accused her of stealing. And so when she was trying to get some help originally, nobody came to her aid. I found out about it, and so me being the butthole that I am, I'm in a car club. I just went and got about 50 people. We went down there and just shut the whole store. Y'all gonna have to close. Well, the owner, somebody's gonna have to apologize or something.
Right.
And literally what we did was we parked all of our cars. I called like several other car clubs. It was about 50 or 60 of us out there. We sat there and parked in this parking lot, wouldn't let nobody go in the store, and used all of our platforms to go live until somebody comes out here and apologizes to her publicly, and it needs to be recorded. Y'all ain't getting no business.
Now look at that.
That's how you gotta do it.
That's amazing.
It's just that simple.
We need more of that, but we need to stop spending with that.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
need to stop buying where we're not valued and appreciated. That's what we need to stop doing. When Jim Jones made that video, you'll see that video he was in, what was he in, Coach or Louis Vuitton, one of those stores. And
He was in Louis Vuitton. No, he was in Gucci. He was in Gucci,
Gucci.
and he had spent 29. He was about to spend $29,000, and they sent out the token black salesman. No shit. Come on, who don't know Jim Jones? Man got $100,000 around his neck
Right.
just in jewelry. Let him come into on my show. In my store or something, you getting the red carpet like it ain't no tomorrow. And I think that's the problem is the way that we view each other and view our people. We are all kings and queens in our own retrospect, in our own right. And everybody should be treated as such. You know, I just had my 5-year-old niece over my house this weekend, and it was just so funny. Like, I haven't had her in a while, and she's 7 now, and she's like, pick me up, girl, you too big, you know. But I treated her like she was just the princess that she is, you know, so much that she didn't even want to go home. And that's my niece, you know, and I'm setting the bar high, letting her know straight out, you know, this is what you expect out of a man, even at 7 years old. This is what you're supposed to expect. And I think that art is lost. You know, chivalry is lost. You know, it's a dying art. That's what I call it. But these young dudes don't want to do it. These young women, if you text a woman nowadays, good morning, beautiful, or open and close the door for them, or do something nice to just compliment them, it is looked at in a negative way.
You are a simp.
You're a simp. Like, seriously. I told my fiance, I got a rule in my house, and with my fiance, you don't open and close doors nowhere. Let me get out the car and she opened the door. I will shut the door and wait till I open it. Period. You don't open and close doors in here. You know, but why does that look like a bad thing?
Right.
Because they don't know what it means to be feminine. Oops, I said it.
That's true.
Oh, you said it right. They know what it is to be feminine. You got a lot of guys in here being feminine. I can't figure out the part of carrying the purse. You a man. What do you need to carry in that bag that you have to carry a purse? You can't tell me it's a French thing or it's fashion. No, my grandfather was a man's man. My dad was a man's man. I never once seen them carry a bag unless it was a book bag, a tote bag, a suitcase. Not something that resembles a purse. What are you carrying in there?
Their balls.
To be honest with you, to go back, to what this woman Beverly said, it bothered me. If black men, okay, if black men even speak to a black woman that's sounding up their stuff, you know what I mean, or looking at them like they crazy. So why would a man stop and help you with your car?
Right.
And I'm just being real about it. They've had experiences with black women that weren't good. Just like black women will come on social media and be like, "Oh, don't build no man up. I'm not building no man." This and the third. These men could feel like I'm not stopping to help you with your car.
Well, okay. I was brought up on an old school nature, so it's hard for me to understand. And I've been through the ringer with these women nowadays. A lot of them that I found out today are very self-entitled and spoiled, or they feel like being with them is an obligation and a requirement instead of me just wanting to be with you. A prerequisite of me being with you should not be how much I'm going to part with out of my wallet. That shouldn't be a prerequisite, because you get the same sad story. Oh, if you can't be with me when I'm down, you can't be with me at all. You date these women nowadays, a guarantee within 30 days of something about a bill is about to get shut off. They need a phone bill paid. I mean, it's like stuff is going up. Gas is high. And you want me to put gas in your car? You want me to, give you money? The two words that ruined this whole nation in the last 10 years is cash out.
Let me touch on that. I have a guy here on TikTok. He said hello to a woman and she said cash at me. So
Like, serious, I've had women do that to me all the time. You know, won't you just cash at me? And I'd be like, for what? Why? Oh, I need this, I need that. So what if I wasn't around?
right.
What if I had something like that? You didn't ask me, you know, how are you doing today? Are you alright? It's never no inquiring about me. Is it'd be, and this the part that gets me. It be the women that ain't got nothing that expect you to do everything.
Man, say that again.
I have an old saying that I use, and I told this to Shiloh when she was on my show. She fell out laughing. You can't expect boyfriend type things without boyfriend type privileges. If I come take you out on a date, right? That is not a prerequisite for me to take you, your auntie, your grandmother, and your sister grocery shopping, or play Uber, or I gotta buy everybody in the house a drink, and I'm coming just to hang out with you. You know what I'm saying? But when it come time for me, men are simple. We want two things: we want to be left alone, and we want sex. It's just as simple. You know, men are very, very simple, and I tell women this.
I believe that.
If you want me to do all these things, but then you get mad because I'm asking for sex in return, oh, I'm not like that. But you got 10 kids with 11 baby daddies, and you've been on Maury twice.
Now you ain't
My
like
man.
Now all of a sudden you're a born again virgin.
Don't forget that you had that appointment on paternity court.
Right, you was on paternity court with the black lady with the bad wig.
you know what? But it's like why? Like why are we like that? And to be honest with you, I seem foreign to these women. You know, I seem like a pig dude. I seem like all these different things. But it's like
A lot of them don't see real women anymore.
Right, it's okay. The way that you are, Charlie King, and compared to what these other women is, it's night and day. Because you have no problem not only recognizing your potential, but also recognizing the potential in others. And the willingness and the wantingness to grow together is as a lost art, opposed to nowadays they want everybody else to do it for them. You know what I'm saying? If somebody was to get with you, he doesn't need to ask how much is your water bill and stuff, because one, you already got it. But if you do want to help, you probably got to itemize this by this is what it is. But you're not gonna present that to everybody because he hasn't worked for that. You know what I'm saying? You have to want to be with somebody. I'm a firm believer. I am not going to chase you. I can replace you in a heartbeat. The things that you provide to me, you have, and this is just me as a man, you have to bring something to the table other than just what's between your legs. Because that's a service to me.
absolutely.
I heard I was seeing this talk with some football players with some women, and the guy was like, "What do you bring to the table?" She said, "Well, I cook, clean, I do that." He said, "I can pay $500 a week and get that service. That's a service."
No.
What are you? You're not talking about empowering me. You ain't talking about educating me. You're talking about a service.
Yeah.
So what do I need? So if you're going to provide a service, then I want service in return too. If you're expecting me to pay for this, because I don't need you to cook, because I can Uber. I can cook myself. I can DoorDash. I can go find somebody else that I can go get that $400-$500 to, and ain't got to take no lip in return. But I found out the reason why these women in this generation do that is because of three things. They want to justify, they want to rationalize, and they want to minimize the things that they're doing. All in all, they want to make it an excuse. You remember when we were kids, we had the DARE program.
Yes, sir.
We had Career Day.
Oh, man.
It was something other than becoming a rapper. Not to say being a rapper is a bad thing, but it was people with careers.
Right.
It was people that came in and talked to you about being a firefighter, a police officer, a nurse, a construction worker. These are things that were obtainable with just a little bit of hard work. Now they want it so easy and they want it so fast. There's no longevity in it. Ain't no longevity in being a rapper. 90% of them are broke. You think because you get $1 million advance, that advance was gone before you even got it.
Yeah, that advance went into your career.
That's all they show. I was talking about Soldier Boy the other day in another podcast. Soldier Boy is not rich. That money that you see is the same money he's been showing for the last 10 years. He just ain't spent it. And what he does is, in order to sell stuff, you have to make a fool of yourself. That's why I stopped watching reality TV. I should not have to get on TV and degrade myself in order to be popular. That's why I didn't like The Flavor of Love, Delicious, and New York, and all of those realities and stuff, because they are making a fool. That's not what black excellence is. You wanna know what black excellence is? It's DeVell Ellis. For y'all don't know, he plays Zach off of what's the show? Sisters, Tyler Perry's Sisters.
Oh yeah.
He is. I'm gonna tell you why he's black excellence. Mother and father worked hard. His father worked for the EPA. Mom was a school teacher. Went to college. Got drafted to the NFL. Played 4 or 5 years in the NFL. Had to retire due to some injury. Got out, turned around, got in his degree, which was nutrition. Right, opened up a gym, worked hard, got into acting. Fast forward 10 years later, he's still married to the same woman he was in college. Got 4 boys by the same woman, and went from acting, playing football, to acting. And when he wasn't working, his wife Kadeem went into being a makeup artist and was doing makeup for a whole bunch of people and held him down till his acting career. That's black excellence.
That is.
That shows me what a black family can do.
Yeah.
They supported each other. Now that he's on high right now, making the money, doing the thing, he has not forgotten his wife. Bought her a house, told her this your budget, that's the area we gonna live in, you pick the house. That's black excellence to me. We ain't even gotta do it on the major scale. Let's just take what we got in front of. Look at Charlotte Kimbia. That's black excellence. That's what a woman should be. A woman that's out here speaking the truth, telling you what she wants and what she needs out of a man, and don't question about the type of man that she wants, because she's defending the type of man that she wants.
Absolutely.
How many women you see defending their man, or defending just the characteristics of a man? But you can't, because most of them is with a woman, or you got a woman trying to be a man. Whole nother subject, because I'll go in and out.
Now let her come down to Atlanta and experience that for herself. So she'll have about 13 videos lined up. What's that word you always say? Baby.
Take
you over to Midtown. You're gonna have some stories.
Or as some young kids go, sheesh.
I mean, I'm not new to Atlanta. I mean, some of the things that happen, if I'm not new to them, I'm there back and forth, all the time. But I wanna kind of expound on what you said as far as black excellence. To be honest with you, I have a mindset of, I don't mind meeting a man where he's at and us building together as long as he's ambitious, and he's genuine. And he's loyal and he's honest. I don't mind that. He could work at McDonald's. He could work whatever's going on. And I don't mind coming together and us getting, things together. Why not? Some of these women out here, they don't want to. They call it struggle love. They say that I tell them to struggle, and I'm not saying to struggle with anybody. But what I'm saying is you want a man to come already with a house, a car, making 6 figures on top. And it's like, why? Why don't you want to go through the trenches with him? Y'all go through the trenches together, build up together, get those things together. What's wrong with that? Especially when you see a good black man and you see the greatness inside of him. I think that's the problem. They don't have an eye for the greatness. They want to be materialistic. They want a man that's just gonna come in and provide off the top. The first day you meet them, their phone about to get shut off. The
Well,
lights,
not
is
even
about,
that.
the
They
lights is about to
about
get
to
cut
get thrown
off.
out of their apartment.
Well,
You about to get evicted the first day you meet this man.
oh my
Here's
god.
a new one. Here's one that black people can attest to. Hey, y'all student loans about to get kicked back on.
Okay, let's take it even newer than that. The PPP loans that y'all filled out, talking about that you had a daycare business and stuff. They be the see you come tax time.
Oh yeah, they gonna say, oh, that child tax credit. They
That
tax
child
you
tax
right
credit is
back.
about to hit you.
Tax you right back.
It's funny that you talk about that because I do security for a living. I got a security company, and I see this in the clubs all the time. I remember I was talking to a young lady, right? She was with her friends. Now I want y'all opinion. I asked, I offered, can I buy you a drink? Her response was, you got to buy me and my homegirls a drink. And it was her and 5 of her homegirls. My response, knowing that I'm half retarded, is all y'all gonna give me some pussy?
My man.
That's just really what I said. I was all y'all gonna give me some pussy. She said, well, you're rude. I said, okay, but you want me to spend this next $50 on buying y'all drinks. I'm only talking to you. I got tinted windows with an SUV. My seats fold down, so I mean, you know this is an investment. Since we're gonna be assholes.
Facts.
Was I wrong for saying that?
You could have said it a little cleaner. You could have said, well, all of you coming back home with me tonight. Could have said it a little nicer. That's just my.
I agree.
I know
I
how
agree
the
with
women
you.
are in this day and age. If you said, "Are all of you gonna come home with me tonight?" You might have got 3 of them. You might have got 3, except the fat one, because we all know the fat one gonna hate.
If I'd have bought a bottle, that probably would have happened.
Yeah, because we know the ugly one gonna hate.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say that I wouldn't have asked them to. I've never had to ask a man that was Chinese to buy everybody a thing.
You know why?
I never had to do that.
That's because you're probably not with a bunch of people.
If
Well,
no,
that's probably.
I mean I'm only with like 1 or 2 other people. You know when I do go out, but they just automatically did that.
Hey, brother, let me know if I'm gonna lose my black card on this. But us men can pick up a woman's aura, and we know where she's at. So we know if you're not about toxic people, all that toxic stuff, you could see that. So that when we don't see your aura, we know there's something about her. Let me go see what.
Absolutely, I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
And there's no man. I promise you, Shalakimi, if you going out, whether it's you, 15 other people, you're gonna stand out, and they're gonna see that. Men see that. That's why I tell women all day long: if you slow your thoughts down and really pay attention, men are simple. Like, we are so simple, and it doesn't take away from our complexity, but we're just so simple that it's easy to get us. It doesn't take a lot. Opposed to with women, like you said, women have this whole list of do's and don'ts you got to have before you even get the first text message in. But with us, it's really, really simple. You know what I'm saying? I call it TLC. Is the 3 things to get a man: trust, loyalty, and communication. It's just that simple. And we want 3 out of 3. I should be able to trust you no matter what. I should be able to give you my debit card and just say, here, go take care of the bills. You know what I'm saying? The money there, or if you want to go shopping here and not worry about a shut-off notice. The loyalty comes in to where it's just you and me. I shouldn't have to worry about Daquan or all your other baby daddies, all your other homeboys who you call bro, but y'all still spending more time together than you are spending with me. And we should be able to talk about any and everything. I should be able to come home and bitch about my day. Although you may not want to hear it,
You're going to still sit my
there.
Head as I talk.
Thank you. You can put earplugs in and be like, you're right.
Read your book on your Kindle.
No, don't tell them that because they really gonna do that. Don't.
Let them do it. Let them do
No,
it.
no,
No, no, no. I'm going to tell you why you let them do it. Because then they're going to understand when they have problems and you're not attentive, they're going to be like, why you're not attentive? You bring that back up. Now you guys can communicate. Like, listen.
It's a form of communication.
That's a form of communication. You're ironing out a problem. That could build on something.
Like I do with my girl. Our schedules are different. I work more towards the evening. She works more towards the day. But when I get off of work at 8 o'clock at night, she waits up for me. Although I know she's about to go to bed, we still spend at least an hour or two just talking between us. Mm-hmm. You know, on my lunch break or on her lunch break, she comes into my office and we communicate throughout the day. Mm-hmm. You know, and even though I got a lot of stuff going on, there's just certain days out the week that's just dedicated towards her.
Yep,
period.
I do the same thing with my wife. I call her like around 3:30 in the afternoon just to see her and the kid.
And like it's so, and this is what I tell women: it is so fun when you communicate with your man. Let me tell you how fun it is. You ever just up and just send your girl a dirty text message?
Yes, sir.
But you do it at the most inopportune time. See, I do it during church. I'm the organ player at church. So while the pastor preaching, right, I send her a nasty message. You know, once you got tinted windows, we can go across the street to church parking lot. Make it fun. You know what I'm saying? This is what relationship and how you can build that excellence with your mate. Do spontaneous things. Look, I have walked into my wife's office butt ass naked like the TikTok challenge while she's having a meeting. Mm-hmm. And don't let it just be an audio meeting. It's going down.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But this is what they don't know about.
And when you do that, guess who else sees that? The little children.
Raise them up young.
Now, not only do they know how mommy and daddy act, but now, like brother said earlier, now you have an expectation.
Yes.
So
and
if
this
that ain't working, they're gonna come crying to you every time they come home talking about I can't find nobody. I'm like, they're out there. You just got to keep looking.
And that's why I'm so proud of you, Charlotte, because of the way that you attack social media. Mm-hmm. You know, can't no bum run up on you trying anything. Because like you said, men see that aura. Mm-hmm. There's only two types of men that you're going to attract. You're going to attract either them old dudes that think they still slick and still got it, that get that social security check out of that last month, or you're going to get them good ones. And the good ones know when to approach you.
I feel like I have a great one though. You know, I really do. You know, and I don't think I'm very over the top. You know, but I don't think I'm hard to please or make happy. I'm really like old school. You would think that I was born, you know, then, but I'm more about the love and the caring and you know things like that, and you know just the thoughtful things. You know, I don't know. I'm just real simple.
And that's the key to any relationship is simplicity. It does not require a lot. And the great thing about it is if you take all those expectations, throw them out the window, and just go day by day to get to know that person, you be surprised on what you can accomplish and what you're going to know. Mm-hmm. You know, you'll find those moments to where just you and your significant other laugh. Don't nobody else know what's funny, but you two know what's funny. Mm-hmm. You know, you'll be able to finish each other's sentences. You remember them stories with the older people back in the day? They said, I seen her 3 months later, we were married, and then they still been married 60 years. Mm-hmm. Because they loved one another. It wasn't no expectations. Nobody said that you had to have a watch, a 401k, datings on your car, and so that's materialistic stuff.
Just come home, go to work, and don't cheat on me.
It's an old show that these youngsters don't watch, and I always try to tell them to watch. It's one of my favorite shows. You remember the show Rock with Charles S. Dutton?
Yeah.
Son, don't even start, man.
Like, seriously, he was a garbage man. He was a proud black garbage man.
Yeah.
His wife was a lawyer.
No, nurse.
Well, yeah, she was a nurse. Excuse me.
Yeah.
He was proud to be. That's all he kept saying. I'm a garbage man. You know, there was a. You remember the episode that Clifton Powell was in there when he was a neighborhood drug dealer.
Yeah.
You know, and he,
right?
you know, and he checked the neighborhood drug dealer at his own expense, and told him, he said, "You could do what you want to do, but you're not doing it on this block." That's what love is. That's what excellence is. That's what our people were.
Yes, sir.
He was a proud garbage, and they made life and made a family
Right. True.
with what they had.
True.
It wasn't a lot to most, but it was enough for them.
Mm-hmm.
And those are those situations where you know it's deserving, like with DeVale Ellison and his wife. You know, he had to leave the NFL. You know, they struggled. He got out at the time of the recession, so he said he basically lost almost everything in real estate and had to start over. You know, he started filming, doing the YouTube thing, and you could see his life progress from that little 2-bedroom apartment that they had in Brooklyn to now that he's in Atlanta with a 12-bedroom house.
Yes, they do. It was
You know, that's black excellence. The Huxtables was black excellence because all of our people wasn't poor. We got smart people in our race. You had a father that was a doctor and a mother that was a lawyer, and they raised a family in the hood with values to show family matters. Same scenario.
Mm-hmm.
These are shows that Hollywood did not like.
Right.
They wanted us to watch shows like Friends.
Mm-hmm.
But they couldn't. But here's the thing, though: they couldn't air Friends because the network was not built up. So they used black shows to build the crowd on the networks. Remember the CW before it was a CW, it was a WC or something like that.
WB, yep.
Yeah, WB. They built it off of Malcolm and Eddie on shows like that.
Yeah, they were 2 seasons max. Most of them shows 2 seasons max. But Malcolm and Eddie went for the Hughleys. Finished
The Hughleys, yes. Living Single. Living Single was a show straight about black excellence.
Oh, by the way, yes, Friends stole Living Single's whole premise, but we're not.
They
gonna talk about that.
What's crazy is they were competing,
Yeah.
right? And
Thursday
Living
night,
Single
8 o'clock.
had got so much attention where they started changing the characters. That's why T.C. Carson's character had got eliminated for a while because they wanted to turn him into a gay black man that just came out, and he did not want that,
Nope. So he said, "I'm out."
and he left. Queen Latifah fought her ass off to keep that show, and they end up canceling it because of Friends. Friends was not getting no airtime. After 2 seasons after Living Singles got cut off, finally they reached 1 million people. After 2 seasons after Living Single was gone. You want to know another show that was out there that was killing them? New York Undercover
So don't even go there.
with Malik Yoba.
Don't even go there. 9 o'clock on Thursdays. Don't even go.
Thank you. These were primetime spots.
I love New York Undercover.
These was prime time.
It's on BT, so you can watch it whenever.
Yeah, these were prime time spots that were hard to get that these networks built off of. NBC, CBS, you know, they were built off these shows.
Yeah, they tried to put Frasier on that block, and we weren't watching it.
No, I did watch Frasier. I ain't gonna lie, I was a Frasier fanatic.
Watched it after, when it was on Hulu, that's when I watched it.
But here's the funny part about Frasier, right? You know, Frasier was Kelsey Grammer's baby, right? And when it became a flop, you know what show he came out with next?
Girlfriends. Yes, sir. He's the executive producer.
He was the executive producer from day one on Girlfriends, which outran Frasier, even on the syndicate market.
Yes, sir.
That's why he had stopped appearing in movies, because the movie after that he appeared in was in X-Men when he played the Beast, because he was making so much money with Girlfriends.
On syndication, he said,
Just on syndication alone.
Well, the last movie he really did was that Daily movie when he was Charles Daly.
Yeah, when he was Charles Daly. Yeah.
But you getting TV money forever. He's getting paid forever off of that.
You know, and Okay, well, people ask, so why do we harp on black excellence so much? Because it changes the way our history is. The Kings of Comedy was black excellence at its finest.
Yes, sir.
You have five
They had
comedians.
spinoffs.
Wait a minute. They have five comedians who were on the Chitlin circuit, which is going to black neighborhoods and black movies and stuff like that. They were locally famous. But when the Kings of Comedy came out, there was no other white comedy tour out there that can touch it. They did one special up in Minnesota, and it just catapulted all their careers. Everybody got a show out of that. Everybody got movies out of that. They became multi-millionaires off of that one comedy tour. Same thing with Mario Van Peebles' dad. He's been in the movie industry for years.
Yeah, rest in peace.
You know, he was in, and I mean, a lot of people don't know that he was directing a lot of white movies too, and was not getting credit for it until he finally went out on his own, and people started supporting him and stuff like that. This is what our culture does. We make or break things. You can't name me one sport that we ain't been in that we ain't just shut it down.
I got one.
Name one and I'll prove you wrong.
We haven't really broke NASCAR yet.
That is not true.
Who you gonna put out there?
Tia Norfleet. She's in NASCAR Pro Circuit. I know. I did security for her. I got pictures of her. And she is the only black, fully licensed NASCAR driver.
I know the name. I think she needs to win a race though.
She hasn't won a race in like 5 years.
Yeah.
But she is the only black. She is the only female besides Danica Kirkpatrick before she retired, and she made her retire. And she started in the Indy circuit.
Yeah, no, she worked her way up.
Now we talking about black excellence. Now, Charlotte Kingman, you black excellence. I love the crown and everything, and I want people to recognize what you stand for. This is why we talking about black excellence, because she get on here, and if y'all not fans of her, I don't know what the hell y'all been at.
They can't handle the truth. That's what it is. Because I watch her content, and I go in the comment section purposely, and there's always at minimum 30% people saying what she talking about, or they talking about how she looks, and I'm like, so you just proven her right in that video.
And she's not afraid to tell you, I want all the smoke.
I do.
I love it when she do her videos about I want the smoke. Because the one girl, she got on the one girl on TikTok. Let's talk about her. She just pointed her out and everything. I'm just at work clapping. Yeah, just tell her ass off. Tell her ass off. My boss like, what the hell is she doing? Don't worry about it. I'll go over on break.
I wanna address this comment because I don't understand why we're like this in the black community. The comment is CYD1 needs 12.
Why do one needs 12 bedroom? Because it's Atlanta, sir.
But why do people care what other people do with their money though?
Because we as black
That's
people love
weird
pocket
to me.
watching. We love pocket watching.
Here's my answer to that, and I'll be quiet after that. What I do with my money is what I decide to do with my money.
Exactly.
That's just like, okay, I own 59 guns. Yeah, 59 because I just ordered a new one. I own 59 guns in my house right now. People ask me all day, why do you have so many guns? Because I like it. Because I work.
Right.
All my bills are paid for. That is a passion of mine. I love guns. I love sneakers. So why can't I? If I have the money to have 12 bedroom house, why can't I own one?
You can if you want. I had a guy earlier, right? And it blows my mind sometimes. Like, I think everybody knows about the struggles I have with my platform there. And I was very open about it. It was very hard for me, to come and ask for help. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not used to that. I don't ask people for stuff. I kind of just work it out, on my own. And for like another man to come and make me feel some type of way for asking, I just thought that was like, really, really ignorant, you know. But it's like, why are we like that, with each other? When it's times that I have given, I've just given. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've just given, without a second thought. But it made me feel it really made me feel some type of way. And then I had a black woman come in and say, like, look at these black men, like you sitting up here going hard for them and they won't even support your platform. You see what I'm saying? And it's like I can't like say she's wrong, because in a way she was right. But I have had a lot of black men supporting my platform, like y'all too, and a lot of other ones. But it kind of hurts when you do, um, stand on the front line and that's how you're treated. I've seen a lot of black men treated in that same way, and I can kind of, relate. So when I come to the table and I'm talking about, me, I'm not talking about just me. I'm just talking about everybody, that was treated in that kind of way. There's black men that have stood on the front line for, some black women, or been there for them, or whatever, came in the house, helped them take care of kids that wasn't theirs. It's like, why are we like that? In the black community, you can't even come and say you need help without being judged.
It's that hustler mentality that I did it by myself, and I just got a whole bunch of people there for me. So we carry that over, which we need to get out of that. It's not a bad thing to ask for help.
I think it's not even just asking for help. It's just the fact that most people either A, don't want to feel like they owe somebody, but then on the flip side, you got somebody that's going to rub it in your face. I don't want your help if you're not going to help me just to be helping me out the kindness of your heart. Because the worst thing you can do to me is help me and rub it in my face. Because now you're creating a stigma, you're creating a certain type of mindset and it's not going to be positive. It's going to be negative. And I'm the type of person that I don't like asking for help, but I've learned in the last 3 years, that it's not just me. We're a representation of everybody around us, our culture as a people. And there are people that watch and see us. And if we act a certain way, it can easily spread. You know. I was in a position to where I was switching jobs and I was laid off for 2 months. Although I had a job coming, and I didn't want to ask my fiance for no money. I'm out here pulling these extra shifts, doing the security and stuff. And she just straight out there, what are you doing? I was like, well, I'm working. She's like, nah, nigga, no. Like, she got mad at me, and I couldn't figure out why she was mad at me.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I got this. She said, I know you got this, but we got this.
Uh-huh.
It's not just you anymore. It's us. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, well, I don't want to interfere with what you got it on. And like, she got mad and like left, closed the door on me, and I had to call somebody old. Like, why the hell is she mad at me? And it took me because I was being stubborn.
That you have to understand and realize when you have a real woman that got your back
Right.
through whatever. You see what I'm saying? And I know that some black men are not used to that. It's so crazy. But when you find a good one, that's how she gonna move. She was mad because you have to think, real women like us, we're a team. What you go through, I go through. What I go through, you go through.
Right.
That hurt her because you have been sitting there, being there for y'all. Why didn't you allow her to be there for y'all?
And it was no excuse, just to be honest with you. Like I said, I own a security company, and so I was getting extra gigs,
Mm-hmm.
just so what I got going on wouldn't affect her. And that's a single man's mentality.
Mm-hmm.
That's a poor man's mentality. You know what I'm saying? That's not a relationship type mentality. Because when you are in a relationship, it's more than just you. And that was something that was one of the most crucial things that I had to learn in my relationship, that it was just more than just me.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I know you got it. It's not a problem. But the fact that you need to talk to me and we need to make these decisions together. And she said, I'm not taking away from you being the man, but she was like, I got your back.
Period. Period.
Yes, sir.
Recognize.
Right. Look, I felt so bad. I called my homegirl that's so person. I need 2 of them on Friday. Just 2. She was like, well, I was like, I done learned, so I got to do my part, because I was killing myself. I was literally just working like for a month straight. No days off. I'm trying to get it in because I don't want my problems to affect her. And she was like, nah, that's not how we do that.
Right.
And so from now on, and now she mad because she said I talk too much because I tell her everything. My car no due next week, but I got it. I might be $4 short, but I got it. I tell her everything.
I want to be honest in this space right now, right? It was easier for me to come on this platform and say, you know what, I'm not doing any more videos. I can't afford to anymore. That it was easier for me to come and say that, and it was hard for me to come back and be like, I need help. And then I'm gonna be even more transparent. I came on this platform and I was like, I need help, and I didn't even tell the person I'm in a relationship I need help. I'm just being transparent. So it was a big thing for me to come, on here and be vulnerable and transparent like that, and to be I was made to feel like I was begging by some black men. I have to be honest.
I'm gonna tell you the impact that you've had. I know when I first started coming across your content on social media, I was so impressed that I literally took a weekend and I binged watched all of your content.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because I was trying to find a flaw.
That's it right there. I'm glad you said it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, nah, she can't be this real.
Yeah,
I was trying to. Yes, and that's not a bad thing, yo. That's not a bad thing. Because what you speak is so true. See, the truth cannot change or pass away. It is what it is. It's more than a fact. A fact can change. Truth cannot. So I literally sat in this office that I'm in right now, and for 2 days straight, I watched everything dealing with you. I'm like, I'm gonna find the flaw because this is even before I hit you up.
Mm-hmm.
I was so mad that I couldn't find the flaw. I found your email. She got to come onto the goddamn show. Fuck all this.
Yes, sir.
Like, seriously. And I got a podcast. I've been doing a podcast for 2 years, and I got over 300,000 followers on my podcast. And, like, straight out, I was trying to find a flaw, and I got so frustrated, I just accepted it in the truth in its essence. Because some people, you can find flaws. You can just look and they'll present them flaws to you. There was no flaws.
I had to do the same thing. I did the same thing. I brought her on, and then I was like, she mean what she say. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm wrong.
To be honest with y'all, I've been in relationships with men, right? That had me, and I'm there from the door. Be loyal to me, be honest with me, and I'm gonna do the same. And only you can change that temperature when it comes to me, And I had men say, "Oh, you think you perfect," or you seem like you grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth, and I'm like, what? I tried to kill myself twice. I went through domestic violence at 13 years old. I had a baby at 12. Like, what are you talking about? It's not about coming to the table and being perfect. It's about me growing into a better woman every single day. But you know what the problem was? The problem was they wasn't used to a real woman. They didn't, and they didn't realize it until I left them. Then they wanted to come back. You know why? Because the next woman wasn't empowering them and inspiring them and motivating them like I was. The next woman wasn't showing up for them like I was showing up for them. And see, now they want to spin the block. You can't spin the block. You might as well keep on going down the highway. You can't spin the block. Because I'm authentic. I will get on this platform and tell my own business. You see what I'm saying? I don't have no problem saying that used to be me. But this is who I am today. I have no problem being that way. And all I'm trying to do now is teach other black women how to be compassionate when it comes to a black man, how to listen, how to be more understanding. Teach them the relationship's not all about you. If you want something to be all about you, go stay single.
Mm. And it's funny you say that though, because I always make this comment when it comes to you. What you're doing is you're doing nothing but reiterating the ancestral way of how to be in a relationship. The way our people think now is a Western ideology. What they see in Hollywood, what they see on TV, what is portrayed to them. If you go back to any type of African culture, what you're describing is what they do.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain cultures that the women fight for men. They fighting to be in that man's world, you know. And I'm like I told you, and my man said it too. I spent 2 days in my office. I went through every video you made, every post. Like, yes, I went through everything. I was going to prove you wrong. And when I found out that I could not prove you wrong, the only thing I can say is she's the shit. It's just no two ways about it. It should be more women out there doing what you're doing. Because it's hard enough as a black man, number one, being black, being a man, in a society that looks at you as a threat, number one. We're automatically cast as a threat. No matter if you're big, tall, small, whatever, you're cast as a threat. And then I have to come home and constantly be berated by my own people. You know, who wants to come home to that? To somebody just degrading you and downgrading you. It's bad enough I got to go out here and I can just be killed just by me being me. And then I got to come home and hear from my own people, or I'm not good enough because of what I wear, the way I talk, the way I walk. You know, our people are so much, there's social classes being made by clothes. If you don't have the right sneakers on, you're considered an outcast. Let alone the sneakers is costing money, your rent payment and stuff. But because one or two people say that this is what's in, you got people being killed over this. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't celebrate Black Friday. If you look at Black Friday, when they show it on the news, what do you see?
Bunch of fools outside trying to get
thank you. You see a bunch. You see our people at the stores. The majority of our people.
And I always say this too. It's always the news. Whenever they deal with us, they always get the worst of the worst. Either what you're doing, like you said, Black Friday, or they get like somebody who doesn't have a grasp of the English language. They always make us look bad.
Because we're the easiest targets.
Yes, sir.
We are news. We are so much news that no matter what we do, that is what makes the news is us. You see what I'm saying? It should be no reason why on Black Friday, and I understand what Black Friday is, you know. It's that time there where the corporations mark everything down, but people are getting killed and trampled. But then I'm also under the mindset like this: why do I have to wait one day out the year to treat myself to a big screen TV? I work hard every day. Just like I'm not a believer of Valentine's Day. I understand what it is, but why would I wait just one day out the year to tell my woman I love you? I tell her that every day. Every day is Valentine's Day. Every day, every woman should be wearing a tiara like what she got on. Whether you black, white, Chinese, or whatever. There's only one human race. That's it. We're all the same people, just different shades. You know what I'm saying? And it's just it's a debacle. That's why I'm like, I just recently got into the sneaker culture, like recently. I didn't know it was that deep where people are making millions reselling sneakers. Like they're making money, and it's a culture thing. You know what I'm saying? You got kids going to school if you don't have the right Jordans on or the right Air Force Ones or being ridiculed. You want to know what my favorite sneaker is? I'm gonna blow all your mind. Felines.
I'm a New Balance guy.
Okay.
I probably right now, I can turn my camera, I probably got about 60 pairs of sneakers on this wall, but most of them is feline. I was wearing them the other day, and I had a kid who was like, yo, them is fresh. I'm like, these is old. I'd never heard of them. I was like, well, you need to Google. You know what I mean? But that's just me. I'm not into the norm and stuff like that. But it should be no reason why our people, we are our biggest enemy.
Yeah.
Do you know
So,
why?
Queen, I'm gonna roll out and finish making dinner.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hit you up because we got to do this show.
Okay.
Brother, I got to do a show with you because I just got my weapon permit, so I need to talk to somebody, especially somebody.
Wait a
blacking my
minute.
gun.
Hold on 1 second. Just because you said that,
Yes, never.
I keep all my weapons.
And there it is.
This is just one of many.
Yeah.
But
well,
yes,
I gotta talk.
if y'all go to charlottechemia.com, get your gun permission. Talk us about it.
All right, cool. All right, y'all. Good night.
Okay.
Good night.
Yeah. What I was going to say is that I feel like with the whole sneaker thing, I feel like a lot of people are raising their children to be materialistic, where it's nothing wrong with wanting nice stuff, but these kids are going to the extreme to have these things because they were taught that. They
Right.
I don't see anything wrong with Jordans and this. I don't see anything wrong with it. But I do see something, wrong with, parents that teach their children to value these things. They're not even teaching their kids to value education. How do you teach your kids to value labels? Labels that they're not doing nothing for you. They're not going to pay your kids' college tuition. They're not going to do any of that. They're not going to pour into your kids so they become an entrepreneur. They're not going to do any of that.
I totally agree with you. That's why here in the last 5 years, I've taken a look at what's important to me, who I see that's important, because I was blinded, and I allowed myself to be blinded by some of these people that look like me that are in positions of powers but not really doing anything. So I'm going to name a few, and I know I'm going to get a lot of flack from this, but as Charlotte Kimia say, I want all the smoke. Benjamin Crump is a piece of shit. He's an ambulance chaser. If you ever notice, anytime a black story happens in the last couple of years, who is always the first on the scene? This big bald-headed black dude with a bow tie.
You don't think that he genuinely wants to help?
Absolutely not. He's an ambulance chaser. I can prove it to you. You cannot tell me you're at every scene. Philando Castile got killed 2 days later. Remember the cop that broke into it was a white lady in Dallas. Went into the wrong house and killed that kid. Right? 2 days later, he's down there. He's their lawyer. Then Breonna Taylor happened like a week or so later. Now he's their lawyer. So what lawyers do, they're ambulance chasers. What they'll do is they'll go up to the families and they offer them money, especially black families. That's money for the funeral. That's money to live on. But you only see them in the beginning of the story, or then you'll see them at the end of the story when a check is being cut because they don't want a lawsuit, or somebody finally went to jail. You never see them during the middle of the process. He's an ambulance chaser. Don't fool with him. I can name, okay, let's go to P. Diddy. How many of y'all can actually tell me what P. Diddy has done for our culture?
I can't really. I don't know.
So let's go with the record label, right? Remember he came out with the show, the band, the making of the band. It was 2 seasons of that with 2 separate groups. He still to this day owns 80% of their music and their entity. He wasn't out to help them. That was just to boost his own self up. You don't see P. Diddy out there marching in the streets and stuff there with people. You don't see him out there physically hand in hand when the protests and stuff was going on. Now, yes, you can reach people with social media. You know, you can reach thousands with a social media post. But we still need you on the ground. That's where the effect is made at. You know what I'm saying? Al Sharpton. Love Al Sharpton to death. But you cannot tell me what legislation Al Sharpton has gotten passed.
I don't see. I can't really speak on that because I would have to read up on them because I don't know enough. I don't know enough about what they have done, what they haven't done. I don't know enough.
For me, as a black man living in this, okay, and I'm a felon. I'm a felon. I'm a black man who's gotten his record expunged. I've been through the trenches. So I understand what it is to go through some things, right? And I know for me, you talk is good. You can make it look good, but you're not actually doing anything. You know what I'm saying? It's very few people that are actually out there with boots. So let's talk about Shaq. I'm a huge supporter of Shaq, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why I'm a supporter of Shaq. Shaq had a Nike contract deal worth $115 million. Do you know he went and took that contract, threw it away, and went and made a deal with Walmart because he was leaving the game and a black lady, and it's a hugely known story where he said the black lady came up to him, she said, "Why is your shoes too much?" He was going to reach in his pocket for some money. She said, "I don't want your money." She said, "It's a lot of young kids that look up to you but can't afford your sneakers. They're out here killing each other."
No.
He turned around, got out of that deal. He ended up having to pay some money out of his pocket to get out of that deal with Nike. Went and made a deal at Walmart and made $200 million at Walmart. Made his shoes affordable for kids to buy his shoes.
He did. And I read that. I read that story, and I do. I like what. I gotta go here in a minute because I'm a die. My laptop's quiet. But listen, I like what Shaq does. I seen him do a lot of stuff, in the community to help the community. I can't really speak on anybody else because I don't know. But I personally, seen him do a lot in our community. Just like what's that best the best basketball player? What's his name?
Talk about LeBron.
LeBron. So
You,
LeBron, LeBron.
that whole look on your face said it all.
I love LeBron in our community and just the things that he's doing. You don't really see him like I don't know, like I don't want to say like bragging or flaunting and stuff like that. You see him doing things, and I'm not taking away from anybody else because I don't know what anybody else has done.
That
But
man opened up a whole school
right,
with
and
his
I love
own money. $42 million that he has invested in that school. Here's the thing about it. Every student in that school has a college scholarship.
I love him for that. I really
He
do.
took his best friend, and I know you got to go. His best friend, when he came in the league, didn't know nothing about being a sports agent.
Yeah,
Nothing.
yeah, he did do that.
And he made his best friend his sports agent, and now he is the richest sports agent in the league.
Yes, I love a lot of I don't just love him, as a player. I love him in our community. And to be honest with you, this next level, I strive to be like that. I strive to pour back into our communities. Like I'm trying to do right now with business coaching and different types of coaching. I'm trying to teach people generational wealth. That's what I'm trying to teach our people. I'm gonna tell you it's hard because some people don't want it. You know, but I'm trying to teach that so people can set their children up and their grandchildren up. But we need that in our community. We're living in poverty. A lot of us, and there's really no generational wealth, in our community.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for having me on your show. You about to celebrate your 40th birthday party. I wish I could be there, but that's all right. I'm gonna surprise you and just pop up on you. I'm gonna pop up in a big way though.
Okay.
I'm gonna pop up. I mean, I would, but I'm getting ready to get married, and just all my time and energy is going towards that right now. But I appreciate you having me on my show. I got to have you back on my show. I'm getting ready to get my second year anniversary show on the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast on Facebook and on YouTube,
Okay.
and I want you as a guest on my show so we can do big things.
Okay, absolutely. And thank you for coming on tonight.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure. My pleasure. Everybody to your show, all your listeners, followers, please follow this woman. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. All those good things. If you ain't a fan, you ain't nothing. That's all I'm gonna say.
Why you
I gotta say it. They ain't a fan of Charlotte King. You ain't nothing. I'm just saying. She's on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, MySpace, the Yellow Pages, you name it. Follow her. If you don't, I'll be to find you. Pull up right up on. Get your phone out. Like now. Then I'm going about my business. All right, girl, I'm about to get out of here. You have a great day. Enjoy your birthday, and I appreciate you. Be looking for my invite for you to come on my show.
Okay, thank you so
Not a
much.
problem. Bye bye.
Bye. I'm glad that we were able to talk a little bit, tonight, and I wanted to talk about respect tonight. So earlier in the show, I hope that people really grasp what I was talking about, restoring the respect inside of the black, community. I want to see that for us. I think that that's a big part of where we go wrong. We're not respecting each other. We don't. Some of us feel like if we don't believe in the same thing or we don't agree on this, that we're automatically against each other and we can't be around each other, we can't like each other. That's not true. I have people that disagree with me all the time, and you know what I tell them? Respect. I don't agree with you and you don't agree with me, but I still respect you and I still love you, you know and that's how I want us to be in the black community. Be able to respect a difference of opinion, a difference of view. Not only just respect, but maybe start handling each other with more understanding and more compassion. I think those are where we can start to change our community, not be so judgmental, towards each other and things like that, and spread more love, and start with yourself. It starts with self. People don't just run around hating people. There's something down inside of a person that they hate about themselves, because there's people that have hurt me, there's people that have done me wrong, and let me tell you something. At the end of the day, I still went about my life. I didn't let that hurt me to the point where I wasn't going to love anymore. I wasn't going to smile anymore. I feel like that's a big thing too. We give people too much power over us in those kind of ways. You have to understand when some people's season is up in your life. You have to understand that, okay, we don't agree, we disagree, but I still love you. I still respect you, and we can still move forward, together. You know, um, I feel like if we get there and we're respecting one another, we can get better and stronger inside of the black community. And I want to thank the people that came on me tonight. We had a good conversation. TikTok died. We had a great, dialogue conversation. I hope that, y'all have learned something tonight. You can take something away from this. Maybe you see something about yourself, in this live that you learned tonight. And now you want to work on changing that. I've had so many moments like that where I seen something. I'm like, hold up, I'm like that. You know, let me work on being better though. Let me work on not being like that. I used to be the type of person I would disagree with someone and then I didn't like them anymore. That was not a good trait to have. And once I learned better, I did better. And I think that is the goal with us, to learn to do better, and you will be better. I love y'all so much. Michelle, yes, you missed it, Michelle. But you can go and you can watch the replay. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in with me tonight. I will be 40 in 19 days. I'm so excited. I'll be heading out to Atlanta later this week. So I'll be putting down a lot of content. I'll be putting a lot of content out there in the next few days. So just be watching. I love y'all. Thank y'all for y'all support and have a good night.